Did you know that money is one of the top reasons why marriages fail? Yet many don't have a clear path for their finances. Imagine discovering a method to manage your household expenses and also strengthen your marriage. If your marriage is going through any tough time due to financial difficulty or money issues, then this video is for you.
When people get married, what do they do with their finances? How do they just suddenly combine everything?
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
And like split everything right down the middle?
No. You combine everything. There's no middle. The preacher didn't say, and now you're a joint venture. He said, and now you're one.
So what if one person makes more than the other? Like
you're not a partnership. You're a marriage. There is no. Let me give you an example, okay?
Okay.
My wife has not had an earned income for 30 years. She stayed home with our children. I do not have an income. We have an income. It's as much hers as it is mine. Spiritually, morally, and by the way, legally.
Okay.
And so it's our income, and she and I sit down. Were she to earn an income, it would be put in a pile with mine, and I don't get more votes if I make more money.
Hi guys, my name is Kike.
And my name is Ezekiel.
And we are the
Adeleyes. Welcome to Money CPR, where we teach you strategies and practical tips on how to win with money. In this video, we'll be teaching you practical steps and solutions on how to combine your money together as couple in order to win with money. In this topic, the topic will be managing your household expenses. We'll also be exploring what the Bible says about stewardship in marriage. As a matter of fact, good stewardship in marriage. What do you do when your spouse is totally irresponsible with money? These are the things we'll be expatiating on. Let's dive right into it.
We will explore 2 ways you can use to manage your household expenses as a married couple. The first one is splitting your expenses based on your earned income. This method may be very beneficial for some people. However, we will explore the pros and the cons of this method. The first advantage of splitting your expenses based on income is fairness. So when you split your expenses based on income, each partner will contribute a fair share of their earned income, and by doing so, this can eliminate any feelings of resentment, especially if a partner earns more than the other one. Another advantage of this method, splitting your expenses based on income, is financial independence. With this method, both partners can have a sense of independence over their finances. After all the expenses is paid, each partner can spend the leftover money on whatever they see fit, be it their personal goals, vacation, or whatever they want to do.
Now let's look into the disadvantages of splitting your expenses based on your income. One of it is lack of unity. Lack of unity. It's supposed to be teamwork in the family, but then when you guys are paying it separately, it brings about separation in the family. Another one is complexity. This is tracking your expenses. Tracking your expenses might be difficult, especially in a situation whereby your income or your expenses fluctuates. This is what you also need to put into consideration. The next disadvantage of splitting your expenses based on your income is potential conflict. This can be as a result of fluctuating necessary expenses. Take, for example, in the family, the husband can pay the mortgage or other necessary utilities, and the wife paying for the grocery and the kids' activity and other petty things at home. This can bring some kind of imbalance in expenses. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I totally agree. Because in most households, when the husband opts to pay for the mortgage or the rent or utilities, remember that these expenses are usually fixed. They are fixed expenses, and then the wife is left to pay for groceries, food, and other petty things in the home, right? Remember that those are actually variable expenses, and that can lead to some type of conflict or disagreement in the home. For us, we do not go with this method. We do not split our expenses based on income, because the cons far outweigh the benefits for us. Now, let's look at the second method of managing household expenses, which is combining finances. For us, this is what we use, and this has helped us to have a happy and a healthy marriage by the grace of God. So the first advantage of combining your finances is shared goals. So when you have a shared goal, it helps to foster teamwork and communication in your marriage. For example, in our situation, when we had to pay down our debt in year 2020, that was the goal that we had. That was the one goal the family had, which was to crush a 6-figure debt. If you haven't watched that video, I'll link it up here for you to watch the video. So in that season of our life, the goal was to crush our debt, and that was the common goal that we faced at the time. We combined our finances together, we budgeted together, and anything that was left from the budget went towards the debt. And we've been through seasons in our lives as well. There was a time I was in nursing school. I earned little to no income. So imagine if I had that pressure of, working on top of, going to nursing school. Right? There have been seasons in our lives where we had fluctuating income and expenses. And I believe that combining our finances really helped us to sail through those seasons in our lives. Another benefit of combining your finances is simplified budgeting. It helps to simplify your budgeting process. You bring your income, I bring my income, and we see everything in one place, the income and the expenses. It helps us to plan better. It helps us to track our spending better, bring everything to the table. If you need a budgeting template, go to the link under this video in the description box, and you find a link to download your budgeting template.
Before we move on, why don't you go ahead and click on the subscribe button below? You can as well go to the comment section and let's have a dialogue. Right now, we'll be talking about the disadvantages of combining your finances. One of the disadvantages of combining your finances is loss of individual control. Loss of individual control. This situation whereby an individual, feels like is losing control of his own spending. You don't have control over your spending anymore, and sometimes this can lead to frustration in the family. You get frustrated about this. Now, the solution to this is budgeting your guilt-free spending. Budget your guilt-free spending. Whenever you are doing your budgeting bi-weekly or monthly, just go ahead and set a money aside for yourself for a guilt-free spending.
What is guilt-free spending?
Guilt-free spending. Okay, guilt-free spending is the money you set aside for yourself when doing your budget. Take, for example, you want to buy coffee, you have a jacket that you've been looking at for quite a while, and you feel this is the actual time for you to buy it. You can go ahead and buy it with your guilt-free spending. You want to buy a bag, you can buy it with your guilt-free spending. You don't have any guilt spending this kind of money. Not at all.
Good. Thank you.
Another disadvantage of combining your finances is conflicting spending habits. This is a situation whereby one person is the saver and the other one is the spender. The husband can be the saver at home, or the wife can be the saver. In this case, this is where the guilt-free spending money comes in. All you need to do is to budget for this person. Come together. Don't crucify this person. Don't talk them down. Don't make them feel bad. Just budget for this guilt-free spending money when you are doing your budgeting. This will allow the spender to spend without any form of guilt. Come together, communicate. Don't talk them down. This will really help the family to move on.
Absolutely. And also, the saver should not feel like they are perfect. Because being an obsessive saver can actually mean that you have an unhealthy relationship with money. So be careful and be mindful. You don't want to be too obsessive with your saving goals, right? Let's look at what the Bible says about managing your expenses as a family or as a married couple. Proverbs chapter 21 verse 5 says, Good planning and hard work lead to prosperity, but hasty shortcuts lead to poverty. Matthew chapter 19, 5 to 6 talks about, for this reason, a man shall leave his father and his mother and shall cleave unto his own wife, and the two shall become one. I believe these two scriptures emphasize the importance of planning wisely and managing your resources as God's steward.
So the key takeaway from this is that whether you choose to split your expenses or combine your finances, the main thing for you to do is to come together and communicate. Communicate. Teamwork matters a lot. And make sure you set a goal for yourself. Setting a goal for yourself, please make sure it aligns with your value. This will not only help you to manage your finances, but guess what? It will help you to strengthen your marriage.
Let's address this frequently asked question. What do you do when your spouse is totally irresponsible with money? This can be a very tough situation. What are some tips?
Well, guys, I would like to give you 2 tips. The first one is open dialogue. Open dialogue. You just need to communicate. I can't overemphasize this. Communicate, communicate, communicate. And make sure when you're communicating, do not blame your partner. Do not blame them. Make sure you talk to them with respect, with a form of respect. That will allow them to understand you. And the second tip is that you can seek financial help from financial advisors or marriage counselors. These guys have experience in telling you what to do or what not to do. Sometimes the outside perspective can help. If you go for this can also help to strengthen your marriage.
So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have learned 1 or 2 tips on how to manage your household expenses and also enjoy your marriage in the process. If you need a free budgeting template, go to the description box. You should find a link there. It's a free download for you. If you have not watched the video on how we paid off $124,000 in 16 months, I'll link it up here for you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment below. Let's share your thoughts with us. Let's have a dialogue. Until next time.
Bye.